Hi, this is Ben's Weather Project on May 23rd, 2003. First, we'll look at the temperature. Here is the maximum temperature map, which means this is the highest the temperature could get. Then here is the minimum temperature map, which means this is the lowest the temperature could get. On the maximum temperature map, you see around California, Arizona, and Nevada, it's in the 90s. In Wisconsin, on the maximum map, it is in the 70s. Now let's look on the minimum map. Around California, it is in the 70s and in the 60s. And in Florida, it is in the 80s. And in Wisconsin, it is the 40s and the 50s. The reason it's a lot hotter in the south is because it's closer to the equator. We're going to look at pressure areas. First, there's a low pressure system near California and Arizona, which will bring stormy weather. Also in Florida, there's a low pressure system which will also bring bad weather. There's a high pressure system in Washington and Oregon, which will bring clear skies. There is another high pressure system near Wisconsin and Minnesota, which will also bring clear skies. A high pressure system is a whirling mass of cool, dry air, generally bringing fair weather and light winds. The winds spiral in a low pressure center in a clockwise rotation in the northern hemisphere. A low pressure system is a whirling mass of warm, moist air that generally brings stormy weather. The winds spiral into a low-pressure center in a counterclockwise rotation in the northern hemisphere. The lines on the maps are called isobars. Isobars are lines of equal atmospheric pressure drawn on a meteorological map. The average number for isobars is 1013, and anything lower is a low pressure, and anything higher is a high pressure. Now we're going to look at precipitation. As you can see, there's a lot of precipitation on the East Coast near Florida, South Carolina, North Carolina, and Virginia. Also up north in the East Coast, and also by Wisconsin, Minnesota, Iowa, Kansas, Missouri, and Nebraska. Also there's some in North Dakota and up by Washington. Precipitation occurs when evaporation forms clouds and the clouds release the moisture back into the earth. Now we're going to look at fronts. As you can see, there's one warm front which will bring warm, moist weather in the northwest moving east. There's a cold front in the north moving south which will bring cold, dry weather. There's a stationary front in the north, another stationary front near North Carolina. There's a cold front near Florida, and there's a cold front near Florida. A cold front is a rapidly moving, cool, dense air mass that slides onto the lighter, warm air. A warm front is fast-moving warm air that overtakes a slow-moving, cold air mass. If warm air is dry, scattered clouds form. If warm air is humid, light rain or snow comes. A stationary front is cold and warm, where a cold and warm air mass meet, but neither can move each other. We're going to look at air mass. As you can see, it's very hot and dry in the south, and there's a maritime polar also in the south of the United States, and another maritime tropical in the southwest. There's a maritime polar in the northwest and another maritime polar in the northeast.